Thanks for joining us at Leaders Want to Know, a leadership development podcast. I'm Monica Moore, educational specialist in leadership development, and I'm joined by my colleague.
I'm Karen Ingram, an educational specialist in leadership development as well.
And we're fortunate today because we have a special guest from the Office of Benefit Services. Could you take a moment and introduce yourself?
Of course. Hi, everyone. I am Dr. Grace Ingram, and I am the Employee Wellness Program Manager for FCPS.
Oh, well, welcome. We're so excited that you're here with us today.
Thank you.
Can you tell us a little bit about what the Employee Wellness Program is and why it exists?
Most definitely, yes. So the Employee Wellness Program has actually been around for over 20 years here at FCPS.
Wow.
I get that response a lot. And so we exist, honestly, just for the sole purpose of making sure that our employees are happy and well. More distinctively, we focus on five main dimensions of well-being. So we focus on physical, mental and emotional, social, financial, and purpose well-being. Basically meaning that any of the resources, programs, initiatives, partnerships that we have, they're all going to be focused around one of those five main dimensions of well-being.
Okay. That's a nice way to frame it.
Yes, yeah.
So can you tell us about some of the resources that are available to support the physical aspect of leaders?
Definitely, yeah. So around physical well-being, we focus on really two main things. One, when we're looking at preventative health, we actually incentivize our employees. So for any of our employees out there that are with Cigna or Kaiser, you are able to earn $100 in a gift card, tax imputed. I always add that because I don't want people to come for me, but tax imputed $100 of a gift card if you complete an online health assessment through your MyCigna account or your mykp.org account, as well as completing for your annual physical or biometric screening. So that's one way that we kind of try to promote for our employees to get out and just know about their numbers and know about their health and wellness. On top of that, we also have a really great partnership with a company called Wellbeats. They are an app, so you can download it free of charge to either your Google Play Store or from your Apple Store. And it basically has over 1,400 videos, on-demand videos that are on nutrition, fitness, mindfulness. So if you're ever looking for like a cooking class for you or your family or your children, they have cooking classes on there, all types of fitness classes. So from HIIT all the way down to yoga and Zumba, as well as mindfulness. So if you've ever been interested in getting into meditation or just learning more about mindfulness, they have classes on there that exist for that. As well as for any of our FCPS employees, we do also offer 5 free memberships to any of your family or friends if you want to invite them to the Wellbeats app as well.
Oh, wow. That's
Family
nice.
or friends.
Yeah.
That's great. And is that a monthly subscription or you sign up for a year? How does that work?
So you sign up one time. It's a very easy sign up process, actually. If you just go to portal.wellbeats.com, you can sign up free of charge with the FCPS code. So they'll ask you for a code. You just type in FCPS. And it'll allow you to create your account free of charge. And once you're in, you're in.
You're in. All
Yep.
right.
And what about the mental or emotional piece for our
Yes.
leaders? What
Yes.
supports can you all offer?
So around mental and emotional well-being, I feel like that's kind of one of the biggest staples when we talk about the dimensions of well-being, right? Mind and body is everything. A lot of times we focus on the body and just negate for the mind, but mind is so important. So we have actually a partnership with a company called ComPsych. For anyone out there, they may have heard of the EAP that we offer through Guidance Resources. That EAP provides to all of our FCPS employees 6 free therapy sessions per topic per year. I always like to emphasize on that because a lot of times people would just focus on the 6 and think it's 6 and done. It's not. It's per topic per year. So for example, if you are an employee and you're like, I really want to talk about grief because I just lost a family member, you get 6 free therapy sessions on grief. But then let's say you're like, from that grief, I've now gained anxiety. And I really want to talk about my anxiety. That's 6 more sessions for that year on anxiety, right? And then I want to actually extend that out now to my children because my children are also dealing with that. So you can do parenting. So let's say you want to incorporate for your child and do parent-child therapy. That's another 6 sessions, as well as they do marital counseling, relationship counseling. So 6 sessions can really expound to a lot of sessions per year, right? So that's something that we want to make sure that our employees take advantage of, as well as for any of the members of the household. So if you do have a spouse or even if you have parents live in a house, so if you're in that sandwich generation and you have older individuals that live with you, they too can access it and get those same 6 free therapy sessions per topic per year. So when I tell you we are giving out a lot of free therapy, there's no reason for people out there to not have access to therapy through our partnership with ComPsych. As well as specifically when it comes to our leaders, we are trying to make sure from the employee wellness team side that our leaders are aware of the on-site crisis support that we also offer. So a lot of times throughout FCPS, we may run into an issue at a school or a site where, let's say, a student may pass or a teacher may pass. Earlier in the year, we had the national tragedy of the plane crash. In that case, we were on site and we were ready and activated to kind of respond to that. Anytime we're dealing with any sort of crisis, it can literally just be a team that's just like, hey, we're stressed and overwhelmed and dealing with, some sort of anxiety. We can bring on-site therapy for that team or for the whole school, for the whole group, and it's completely free of charge to provide that on-site therapy. So that is a resource that is available as well to all of our staff, but it can only be requested by our leaders. So our leaders need to know about it.
And it's only for staff.
It's only for
staff.
staff.
Don't work with students.
That's right. Yes, ma'am. Yep. So we only are providing that therapy to the staff. For the students, of course, you have to go through the Office of Prevention and Intervention Services.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. That's a lot. I have a question about the 6 therapy sessions.
Yes.
And this may sound not important, but I know for some people it is very important. When you have those 6 sessions, are they with 6 different therapists? Is it someone different each time? Or can you have some continuity with the same therapist?
Yes. You can most definitely have continuity with the same therapist. Now, I will say this. It does also depend on what the therapist actually is trained in, right?
Okay.
So let's just say you start off speaking about anxiety and loss and grief, but then you want to switch over to, let's say, marital counseling. And they say, well, I'm not really trained in marital counseling. Then you may have to pick up a new therapist for that case, right? But a lot of times you will find amongst therapists, there is some continuity in regards to the topics that they can cover.
Okay, that makes sense. Thank you.
And is it confidential?
It is 100% I am so glad you asked that.
Yeah.
Great question.
That is a great question because we get that so often. I let people know when you sign up for therapy, unless you're the person that's out there talking about it, no one knows. I don't know. As the program manager over it, your supervisor won't know, your leadership won't know, your colleagues won't know. No one knows. It is 100% confidential. There is no possible way for that information to get back to anyone, whether that's me that's managing the program or even to your leadership. Now, again, if information does get back, that means you're probably talking. And maybe just don't talk about it. But otherwise, no, it is 100% confidential, and we take that very seriously.
Good to know.
But leaders can share the information with their staff. If they feel like someone on their staff is struggling, they can share that information. What would be a good way to go about doing that?
The best way, honestly, one of 2 ways. One, you can either, we have flyers and different promotional materials that we do try to keep available at all different sites and centers throughout FCPS. And so in that case, those flyers will have access to just, how to log on, how to create an account, how to access those services. So that's kind of one of the best ways if you just want to do it informally. You can also just reach out to the employee wellness team, and maybe you are concerned about an employee, but you don't really know how to go about approaching them. Leave that on us. Our job, again, within the employee wellness team is to try to make sure we're relieving as much of a burden from our leadership as much as possible. So maybe you're just a little hesitant about how to handle that. If you reach out to the employee wellness team, we will be happy to reach out to the employee and just basically offer a soft referral and say, hey, do you know that this is a resource that's available to you free of charge? Maybe it's just something you may want to, try to take a part in, and it's completely up to you, right? We don't force anyone to do any of those things, but there's a couple of different ways we can kind of go about it. So whether that's the leadership doing it themselves or us kind of just giving them a nudge and the information on our own.
That's great. I know we talked about incentives earlier, and I know that I see with Wellbeats, like all these competitions that they have. Yes. Can you talk a little bit about the competitions?
Yes, I would love to. So this is perfect timing since we are coming into the fall season. So for anyone out there that did participate in our most recent wellness competition, we did a Coast to Coast was our most recent steps challenge that we do. So we typically would do a biannual steps challenge, and we make it FCPS wide. So we want for all people to participate. The challenge is not just about steps either. I want to make sure that people are aware of that. It is, you get your points and you can get a tracker and track for your tracker through the steps, but we will also offer other opportunities to earn points within it. So there's a thing where every Thursday, if you log in and let's just say you notate for the fact that you're grateful for that day, you can earn points for that, right? So there's other ways
For
to
your
earn
team.
points for your team. Exactly, yes. So we do have a challenge coming up in October. I am fairly new to FCPS, so this will be my
5
first
months.
year, right? 5 months in. This will be my first year experiencing it. But from my team has told me Walktober has been very, very, very popular around here.
Yes.
So we will be bringing that back this year. We will start to promote for that actually around the end of August. And this year we are doing something different where in the past we have not offered trackers for people who don't have trackers. But if anyone needs a tracking device, free of charge, we will offer you a tracking device. So if you do not have such as an Apple Watch or a Garmin watch, Fitbit, anything of that nature, we can give you a very basic tracker to use for the challenge just to kind of help motivate you. So those biannual challenges go on every year, and they seem to be a pretty big hit, just socially and physically and getting people, in the competitive spirit and nature. I love it. So, yeah.
Thank you for sharing those.
Yes.
All right. Well, Dr. Ingram, thank you so much for being with us here today. Is there anything else you'd like to share? I know you've already shared so many great resources, but in closing?
Yeah, I think mainly the main thing is that I want to make sure that people are aware of all the resources we have available. That would take about 45 minutes for me to go through all of it, so we're not going to do that. But for anyone out there that does have more questions, I want to make sure that they know we are available on the Employee Hub. So if you go into the Employee Hub and type wellness, our page is currently active there. However, we are currently doing the migration over to Atlas. So as of August 1st, we will officially be on Atlas as a wellness page, and people can sign up and be followers of our page where we will post for all of our webinars, oncoming events, and we got some pretty cool things coming down the pipeline, if I say so myself. I may be a little biased, but we do have some pretty cool things coming down the pipeline. For example, a virtual dance party is coming up in August.
right.
So we got some pretty cool things. So that is going to be the go-to page for people to go to know about all of our resources and everything that's available to them as FCPS staff.
All right. Well, thanks for bringing all the information and the fun.
My pleasure.
And
Thank you for
we look
having
forward to Walktober.
Awesome. Thank you,
And
guys.
welcome to FCPS.
Thank you. I appreciate the welcome. Thank you.
Thanks.